Hey, we're here with my friend Steve today. Now, I've known Steve since high school. We're here today to work on your waterway, Steve. You've got a rip-wrap waterway. You just put this in last fall, right?
Correct, yes.
But what's going on with your waterway? What's happening?
I underestimated the volume of water, so it's washing out and silting in down at the lower end. It's just not serving the purpose to handle the water.
So you put this in with fabric cloth?
Yes.
And then on top of that, you put what we call rip-wrap, but it's big limestone rocks.
9-inch rip-wrap.
9-inch, okay. And then within this year, what you're seeing is around the edge of that. It's interesting, the fabric itself is not eroding, but right at the edge of the fabric, it's carving yet another ditch. So it's like you put in all this effort to save the ditch, and then it moves right over and
made its own way.
Made another one. So we've been debating here for, I don't know, 45 minutes, how we're going to try to solve this. And I think we've got a plan. Steve's bought more of this 9-inch riprap. We're going to put maybe 1 or 2 levees down this ditch, see if we can slow down the water, run it through some pipes, and just get it where it'll kind of pond up for a little while and slow down, and hopefully we can prevent this from happening again.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Some of this rock at the bottom here had got filled with silt, so we decided to pull all that out. Steve's borrowed our Johnny Two's bucket for this part of the task because he likes that tooth bar.
So they're tearing up some of that landscape fabric, but Steve said that was okay. As it turns out, it seems like the water is just wanting to go around the landscape fabric anyway. Andy just put it in last fall, and it hasn't kept the weeds from growing. Steve has a nice tractor too, a 4044R. That Steve gets a lot more dirt in his bucket and is dumping dirt in the yard, whereas the Grapple, Tim's able to shake it and separate the dirt from the riprap, so he's able to make a pile of just riprap with not much dirt in it. I like that. Looky there, Randall and Tom have found his Ranger, a Polaris Ranger. And they're going to take one of the big pipe down there. I think you two have the best job. Can I just ride around in the Ranger?
I bet you can. We got more seats.
How far do you think we can get before they realize we're gone?
Good plan. Depends on how focused they are on the job.
Catch them really busy.
So Steve's going to try to pull some of the riprap back, make more of a pond area, and be able to bury the pipe down in there. Hopefully slow down the water that comes down through this ditch.
And also it's not near steep. Right.
I can almost guarantee you Steve will have a Grapple within the next month.
Oh my. Yeah, if not sooner. As soon as he can get one, imagine.
This riprap is hard to work with.
Yes,
after it's already been put down. It's hard to move again.
Yeah. Oh, we can carry. It's not heavy. It's not heavy. I don't think you're ready for that, are you?
Tim's wanting to grab the pipe and
See what I did? Oh, talk about showing a guy up.
I know it sounds strange, but you want that pipe almost level, guys.
Well, then we may need to put rock back in there then. Do we need the plumb bob?
What'd Randall say about eyeballing it? We're dead on.
I like this. Got Tom and Randall both on the shovels.
Yeah, not for very long.
That worked out real well.
Probably not as good as it was.
It's up to you. About an inch and a half. We could put a little more under here this end if we wanted to make it basically level.
Well, you should sell that big rock.
You can't hardly do anything with the big rock. It don't work with the bucket. It doesn't work very well at all. Oh, look at that. It's got an eyeball through the top.
Ain't that cool?
An eyeball through the top.
They'll put rubber tires on
That was a weird way of saying it, wasn't it? It's got a window right here that I can see the bubble.
Oh, that's cool.
Guys, that's close enough.
Yeah, I think it is.
You want some clean on both sides, or how are we're going to put rock across this way? What's the best way to do that?
It'd be best to dump it
That's
from
what-
the ends. Or
That's what I wondered.
That one thing he can do is haul riprap. That works slicker than grease. Those big old teeth on that really help for that.
more
I have-
capacity.
Well, it allows you to get in there.
And you can get in there, otherwise you just ride over it.
Notice that I'm holding the pipe down with the grapple while he dumps this first load or two. The 4 Series often seems to need a lot more rear ballast. I think rim guard would be a good candidate for Steve here. I think he'd see a lot better traction and a lot better stability too.
You guys need to trick Tim out of getting off the tractor and taking the tractor, making him work the shovel.
Yeah.
You don't think that's going to happen, do you?
Who knows? You never know. We might get that done. We'll get it figured out.
Once we both started hauling rock, I made Steve get his own bucket. I was afraid I couldn't handle a huge bucket full like that with Johnny too.
So we need the backhoe.
And what would you use the backhoe for?
Carrying twice what they're carrying each trip.
Oh! Shh! Don't tell the little compact tractors that they're not big enough,
It
okay?
hurt their feelings.
Yeah, it hurts their feelings.
It would make more tracks in the yard though.
Deeper
more,
tracks. Yeah,
More serious tracks.
because they are a lot heavier. Big backhoe is a lot heavier.
So even though it's dry, would it leave ruts?
it would still
Well,
leave a track.
yeah, it'd
Okay.
leave
Yeah, it
tracks,
would-
but it'd be harder on the grass.
It'd really be, yeah, it'd be a lot harder on the grass.
Okay.
These little guys are doing what they need to do. They're doing good work.
They appreciate that.
You reckon that'll even slow the water going through there? I guess it will after a little while, won't it?
I'm wondering if we don't need to curve the rock pile up this away a little more.
I don't think there's enough rock.
I wasn't sure at first, but I like how it's taking shape.
I think it's going to look okay. So they were kind of suggesting maybe that we curl this upward a
hold
little
it.
bit, maybe to so we didn't take quite so much rock.
Yeah, whatever you think. I like how it's looking.
Worst case, it may not slow down the water much, but at least it's going to redirect the water back to the middle again.
Yeah, very true.
So even if it gets offside up a little bit up there, hopefully it'll get back to the middle.
Follow with a teaspoon.
Seemed like a pretty good load to me. I don't know, teaspoon here, teaspoon there. I'm kind of offended at that. So we were thinking maybe we could take some of these rocks from right here in the middle and throw them on the outside and maybe kind of help create a ditch again here that's maybe over the time got filled in.
Would that landscape rake do any of that?
It doesn't, I don't know, probably that grapple as good as anything.
Grapple's the tool of the day.
They're right here. Dump it. So Steve, since high school, you've been selling insurance, right?
Yeah, been with the company since 1990.
1990, that's right when you got out of college, probably.
Yeah, it is.
You've done insurance for my family on the farm for all these years, right?
Yeah, ever since I started.
Okay. I remember one time, Steve, when my family's basement flooded.
Yeah.
My family's calling and they're telling about how just disastrous the basement flood was and everything. And then they said, well, Steve, our insurance man is out to help us. You were actually in their basement.
Yeah.
Cleaning up with them.
Yeah. It was actually Tom, one of his kids, I don't remember which one, Karen had went into labor, and I believe Ray had went along to the hospital.
Okay.
I stayed and helped Ruby. We got everything out of the basement that the water could damage or hurt, and then I drove her to Evansville. And yeah, good memories.
Yeah. That's a little above and beyond for a for insurance agent. That's good.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
That's a good idea, though. Tom's directing him right. We're just having trouble figuring out, you know, what insurance we have. We had this first trailer, that black one. You've probably seen it.
Yes.
It's a little dump trailer, you know, and we got insurance on it, and it was $44 for the year.
Right.
Okay. And then we got this second trailer, the big green one. I don't know what else to call it. Big green one. The Be Wise trailer that everyone's envious over.
Yes.
And so we went to insure that, and they came out at $407 a year, I believe. I'm looking at Christy behind the camera. Those two trailers seem to be the same value.
Right.
So we don't understand why they're so much different. We call the agent, she just says, oh, they're just different. And you know, we kind of asked more questions, and she just got frustrated with us. She didn't have any explanation as to why.
The agent needs to understand what they're insuring to insure it properly, and maybe it's a case where they don't, you know, maybe don't deal in that very much or something. But yes, the insured does have a right to know, why is it this price? Why is this one more expensive, this one less expensive? Because there could be something very critical there with that.
Yeah, there might have been. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there was something totally different, but at least we need somebody to be able to tell us. And
right.
Even with repeated queries, we couldn't do that. And I don't know, we're just kind of getting frustrated with we're just kind of nervous.
Sure.
Right? We don't know what we've got and what we don't have. If you've watched our channel, you know that we try to do things right.
Right.
We try to make sure that we got everything safety dealt with properly. And
right.
You've seen our truck and trailer stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very useful.
One more.
Got more.
I'm glad I'm here. So we don't know what to do.
Well, it's important to not only for you to know what you've got, but for the agent to know what you've got and the proper way to insure it, and the wrong time to find out after a claim. We hope we never have one, but you know, you prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
You're here in Illinois, Steve. Can you write policies in Indiana?
I sure can, yeah. Our company actually can do business in quite a few states, but I'm actually licensed in Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Georgia, Tennessee.
Okay.
I really like how this is looking. This one looks really, really pretty.
What do you think, Randall?
I think we're gonna have to haul more rock. Casey, do we need to put our second one in and get started on it?
Or do we need to?
Cheeseburger time yet? Not yet.
I think it's just about cheeseburger
It's
time.
getting close, isn't it?
I'm ready. I'm always ready for a cheeseburger. Did someone say cheeseburger? I heard someone say cheeseburger.
I was talking to Steve off camera about the possibility of maybe sharing some more detailed insurance information with our viewers. For instance, does your homeowner's insurance cover your tractor? What if you're helping your neighbor? Does it matter if you're doing it for free or if you're getting paid for it? Let us know in the comments section if you think more information like that would be helpful and interesting to you.
Am I doing any good?
You know, as soon as lunch was over, we looked around and Tom and Randall were gone. No, seriously, they had other stuff to do, so they had to take off. Steve and I went back to work trying to clean up this lower end where the silt had covered over all the rock. We're finding it quite a challenge to separate the rock from the silt. I was able to get a lot of the bigger riprap separated with the grapple, but a lot of it fell through the cracks. About this time, Steve decided that he wanted to leave this bottom end, maybe like 80, 100 feet, open without rocks, and maybe some of that silt can settle in there, and he can scoop it out with his loader.
Try your landscape rake. That might get the rest of those rocks.
A landscape rake is a very inexpensive tool. It has a variety of uses. I think with enough patience and time, you could have separated a lot of these rocks with that rake. But hey, when you got Vinny and the power rake, let's try that. Wow, it's like picking them up by hand and separating them out. This thing's incredibly effective. Steve decided to take some of this soil, which should have been a little bit more rich, and put it up on this hillside where he's having trouble getting grass to grow. I had dropped a bunch of the smaller rocks out of the grapple as I delivered them up there alongside the ditch. Christy's doing the cleanup like usual.
Steve, I think we did real good up on the levee up there.
I agree.
I think that'll work well. Down here, we've tried to get this rock out of here so that maybe that silt will have a place to lay, and then you can get with your regular loader bucket in there and get it easier, right?
Yes. Yeah, and they'll get that rock cleaned up, and I think we accomplished what we wanted to do.
I really don't know how this is going to work. I'm just going to say this comes with no warranty. So as soon as we're out of the driveway,
we're done.
No. We'd be happy to come back, and I think you had a whole list of projects for us to do.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably be back here. This is a fun property.
Yeah, it is.
I really enjoy this property. His shed's air conditioned. I like that.
I like it too.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
And you know what? I may have to get back to you on some of those insurance questions.
That'd be great. Look forward to talking to you.
Because I think we got some unanswered questions there. We're gonna have to get figured out. So, folks, if you have questions, check out that number below. Steve said he'd be happy to answer. Leave a comment below if insurance questions are an issue for you. Just go ahead and leave a comment. We just kind of wonder whether this is something that's interesting for our viewers, whether they would be interested in seeing any more information about insurance. I guess it's a kind of a curious question to me. Like I say, leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
How are we going to hold it down when we start dropping rocks?
I'll just sit on it.
All right.
Climb in, Christy. Can you fit in there?
I bet you can.
She might.
Probably wouldn't enjoy it in there.
Let's do it up there in the yard.
Back in. There you go. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh yeah.
I hope that's on video. Maybe.
You know what? It's rather hot in here. Who told me to get in here?
Well, it's you, not me.
Yeah, this is no problem.
Smile.